Well, hello everyone. Trevor here, TCS Gaming, and this is round two of the small bachelor party tournament that we held for our boy Cody Moreland. Congrats, Cody, on getting married again. We are obviously in round two. It is myself on the left playing Frog Hero, and then it is Cody's brother Tim on the right playing Lightsworn. So round one and round two features ended up being the same matchup, and yeah, it's just how it goes sometimes. But anyway, I figured we go ahead and get started here. This is Tim's first TCS event, and I think it's my second time meeting Tim. Tim's really cool. Hope to have him at more TCSs in the future, but we'll go ahead and get started here. So I won the die roll, and I believe at the very beginning of this video, I think I needed to start the clock for everybody else. We got a new clock that is showing our time. These rounds were timed, so I, kind of, even if it's a small tournament, I still want us to be prepared for going into time. We do time rules. Just keeps us sharp. All right, so I won the die roll going first here. Summon swap, send Treeborn. It's always nice when you see the Treeborn access early. Let's see here. I believe in this hand I had 1-for-1. So, yep, 1-for-1. Honestly, I treat the Lightsworn matchup the same every single time. If I have the opportunity to just go, 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 I will. Slam cards, go fast. And honestly, that's been the best way to treat this matchup, in my opinion, is just, go as fast as possible. I'm not trying to play a long game with Lightsworn. And the reason for that is just if you give them more time, I mean, they're just going to find JD. And, if you're playing Twilight, they're going to find a way to summon Dark Armed. I mean, yeah. So anyway, here I decide to go soft lock. And reason for that is I am playing the Unifrog in this tournament. And the Unifrog is really good. I truly do enjoy the Unifrog in the main. The card is too good into your bad matchups game one. Even if you're not bringing it into game two, it's so good. It offers a lot of flexibility when it comes to playing through Black Row. And so I really like it. So anyway, I ended up on soft lock just because I wanted the opportunity to get the Unifrog out the next turn. Tim here is starting out with the wolf, sending it. So typically when this happens, I'm pretty sure I know what's coming. It means that he's got Celestia in hand, and yeah. So this is the Celestia, hits it, do the dupe search. So here I thought a little bit about what I wanted to do. Obviously, I still have a dupe frog in deck, and I've got a Unifrog in deck. So I could grab the swap to have, the ability to like bounce back, um, you know, Caius, Ryza, stuff like that. But I felt like I just wanted to get the Unifrog out the deck, make Dupe Frog the only kind of iffy top deck. Get the Unifrog out, just, make sure I'm not drawing that the next turn. So, yep, that's what we ended up doing here. He attacks with Celestia. I do have the Gores. So Gores definitely punishes a little bit here. Yep, so draw for turn. We are going to summon Treeborn, and I do have the Ryza in hand, so this is, yeah. So I am just kind of pushing here. Yep, turn everything to attack. I don't necessarily fear Gores in this situation, just because it's Lightsworn. Like I said, if he has Gores, he has it, but I wanted any and all of the pressure here. So looking at the graveyard, I think he does have a Necro engrave, so just gonna apply as much pressure, as much damage as possible, and he'll probably use the Necro here on Gores. Yep, uses the Necro on Gores. That Celestia top deck is pretty rough. I figured that if he did the Wolf play his first turn, then it was going to be probably pretty dead if he had to redraw it. So just kind of, also it was the only thing that was on his field, the bounce with Ryza. So I guess I can't give myself too much credit there. So here he's got JD in hand. He's got Jane, Honest. I think that's an Aaron. Yeah, so here I think the best play to make is just go Jane, attack into the gourds, get rid of the biggest field, you know, presence. I guess there is an argument to summon Aaron here, and the only reason is because you're getting one extra mill. And so, yeah, as you can see, he milled the wolf, which is great, but I feel like he might not have all of the Lightsworns he needs just yet. But here, I'm pretty sure I top decked the Miracle. So, yeah, this is just, I had everything here. And so I did summon out the Treeborn here just because I believe without the Treeborn, it's not a game shot. So I did summon the Treeborn out here, and that's not Tim's back row. That's just his hand. So, and I don't believe setting versus summoning the ocean here into no back row matters. I don't think it does. I mean, obviously, if there was back row, I would definitely set it just to kind of play around bottomless a little bit. But yeah, so that, my hand was pretty good this game. And Tim, I don't believe, had all the, yeah, so he just has a Wolf, Garoth, and a Jane, I believe. Yeah, so he has 3, and yeah, so he only has 3 on, 3 Lightsworn names in total on field and engrave. So, yep. The Abzir, I was just telling him that is at 3,000. Yep. So that summoning back the Treeborn allowed me to get a game shot in. So, yep, we're gonna go to game 2. Yeah, Tim just had so much Celestia. Oh, and shout out to Tim's playmat here. That playmat is super dope. So I think it's Blue Eyes, Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician. They're like facing off. And then he did tell me like the little orbs that had the spikes on them is supposed to be Deck Devastation Virus, which is super dope. And it's like also not like a perfectly square mat either. It's like the actions are like all spread out. And so it's a really cool mat design. I need to ask him where he got that. Okay, so siding for game 2 here. Tim's obviously going to go first. I think here I think I keep in, I'm still trying to, with the 3 owie build, I'm still trying to decide if I like all 3 owies going second into, a little bit more of a fast-paced or combo build like Lightsworn. I do side out the Dust Shoot, and I do side out a couple of owies, I believe. So I think I either keep 1 to 2 owies depending on what I have. Whoops, I kind of fumbled that one. But I kind of showed Tim what my side plan was, so my bad. These player's choice sleeves, I'm trying them out for the first time. Shout out to my boy Jeremy for giving me these player's choice sleeves. They're really slippery though, so I have to kind of break them in a little bit. But no, they're super nice. They glide really, really nice. They're the old school player's choice, so I know a little bit harder to come by, but they were a gift, and I was like, you know what? I got to use these bad boys. So. All right, so I believe from my side deck here, since I am going second, I'm not bringing in any back row hate. I believe I side out the Unifrog here. I side out some of the Owies. I bring in the Vanities. I bring in Crows. Just I know that a lot of people don't love Crow into like standard Lightsworn. They really like it into Twilight for obvious reasons, but into standard Lightsworn, I still like Crow. I mean, it turns off the potential monster reincarnation, their pot of avarice, just gets them off of that one Lightsworn that they needed to make JD live. So it's also good against the Plague play if they have it. So Tim starts with a set pass. I assume that this is Ryko, knowing what I'm playing against. It's either Ryko or Arcus, but Arcus doesn't quite make sense to set in the situation. So I'm pretty darn sure that this is a Ryko. So because of that, I do have a slightly slower hand. I don't believe I have Treeborn access, but I do have an Ocean. I'm like, okay, you know what? Just send it to the graveyard for me. And I wanted him to, um, you know, do that action. So, yep. And it looks like he has JD, Heavy, Lila, Trooper. So he's getting the mills off this game for sure, for sure. Now, if I remember correctly, I do have a brain control and I do have a vanities in hand. So the yeah, I remember Tim during this. He's like, "Man, if you really have gores, you might just be goaded." And I didn't have gores, full disclosure, but he was really thinking on this card trooper attack, and we were having a laugh about it because gores was definitely the way he was the reason he lost last game. Okay, so he attacks with the trooper. I take the damage. Uh, I believe I have brain control. Honestly, the play I make here, I'm not sure if it's right. I mean, to me, I'm like, yo, if I mill a Treeborn off of this card trooper, like super sick. Um, so that's what I do go for here. So I go card trooper, I do the mill 3. I'm pretty sure that my mills were awful. I think it was like nothing of value is what I milled here. The sub's not bad. It's a water for Miracle Fusion, but it's definitely not Treeborn or anything. So, okay, Mills. Definitely use the Card Trooper just to bait out any battle traps that he may have sighted in. I think a little bit here on if I go Ryza or Vanities. I believe my play here was, yeah, I really thought about that Ryza, but I was like, you know what? Just go Vanities and make him out at first, and then allow the Ryza to kind of do its damage in a simplified game state where I'm making him top deck. So I was like, okay, Vanities, you got to out it. Show me the honest. So I did set a back row here into a Lila. I honestly had a pretty dead water art, if I remember correctly. So I just set it. I believe he has enough Lightsworns now. And so doing the Vanities summon was definitely the correct play here based on his hand, which I didn't know at the time, but it was definitely the correct play given this situation. And because the Lilo was in defense, I was like, I don't fear anything. If you have a battle trap, you have it, but he would have activated the battle trap on the card trooper, I'm assuming. Yeah, I did set a dupe frog in my hand the previous turn, so I do get a little bit punished here, but I also I wanted to just have a little bit more presence, and it's not like I'm playing against GBs or anything, so setting it in defense didn't feel like a bad move, but of course it does get really punished by this Aaron. This Aaron felt real bad when I saw him summon it. Okay, so I drew into a 1-for-1. Obviously not very good here. Um, so my line of play the next couple of turns, I was like, all right, I'm just going to make you out the Vanities Fiend, and that is that. Like I sat on the Vanities Fiend. I didn't want to make a move off of the Vanities Fiend just because it did become very apparent to me that over the course of the next few turns, he was not able to out it. He didn't have the honest, and you'll see kind of how it plays out here. I held a lot of gas in my hand. I did consider summoning this Ryza a bunch because it was just sitting there staring at me in the face. And I really wanted to summon it, set him back a turn, but I just kind of stayed locked into just the Vanities beat down here. Make him out it. And I do see a very spicy card. I didn't see it played on me, of course, but I do see the oh gosh, what is it? It's the something soul. Possessed Dark Soul. I see that in his hand, so he was definitely citing in some hate for the dupe block. All right, yeah. So the Lumina's dead, the Jane's dead, and he's continuing to just set card pass. And I also didn't have any good normal summons here. So that is something to note. Obviously, if I had a normal summon, I would be summoning it right now. Because I don't know, if you have torrential, you've got it, but I'm just playing the Vanities beat down. And at this point, I'm willing to just deck him out while I have Vanities face up. I really did think that the Vanities was not going to be my win condition. I really did not. I truly thought that that Vanities was going to get outed by a set Raikou, an summon Lightsworn honest play. Like I really did not think it was going to go the distance the way it did. Okay, what did okay, so I got the swap here. And yeah, I just want to establish the Treeborn because I'm again assuming that this Vanities is not going to carry me the distance. So I wanted to have the Treeborn for the crackback when he does eventually out the Vanities. And so, yep, I felt like summoning the swap into uh, potential torrential, like it was just kind of a necessary evil at that point. Yeah, and his face downs, I can't quite remember what the face downs were. I believe the face downs were, I think, a heavy storm, and was it Mask of Restrict? I think he did tell me that he should have just played the Mask of Restrict. And so I wanted to keep I normally would bounce the swap, but the reasoning for keeping the swap on is I was continuing to just like pressure with the vanities, right? And I was like, okay, you know what? I just want the swap to do that 1,000 points of damage and like start to whittle him down. He mills the second JD, the one JD is in his hand. And so yeah, he did have Mask Restrict set. I think keeping it set is the right call because one of his outs to this Vanities is Celestia, right? And but he also didn't have a battle trap. So it was definitely tough sledding for Tim. He didn't want to activate the Mask of Restrict just in the event that he had the ability to go, foolish send wolf or like charge send wolf, solar recharge, mill a wolf and then summon the Celestia. So I agree with Tim's line of play here. It was just a very unfortunate set of mills and an unfortunate set of cards in hand and what he was drawing. So it's just that sometimes that's just the way Lightsworn be be giving you cards. So, but a pretty close game here in terms of life points. I was more or less just committing to the Vanities Fiend. Like you have to out it. Yep. So this is like one of his outs, right? So it would be like charge, mill, and obviously a mill. Oh wait, no, he can't do the mill wolf play. Vandy's is on field. My bad. Um, but like, see, when he activated the charge, I don't think he had a Raikou to search, so he could only search the Jane. I guess in that case, then maybe flipping. I mean, honestly, though, the Vandy's is already established, right? Yeah, I mean, my hand has a lot of gas in it, but obviously it's very much stopped by this Vanity's Fiend. Get a look at my sick hairline. It looks a little worse on camera, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, just attacking with the vanities, like, and a set. Oh, yeah, see, there's that foolish too. Yeah, the vanities is definitely putting in a lot of work here. I guess in hindsight, really the only outs he has are Honest and Raikou, and I think he milled all his Raikous, and I don't believe he was seeing the Honest. Yeah, he said that he should have flipped the mask restrict there, but I felt like it was time to go for a shot. Yeah. Yeah, so he had the set heavy and the set restrict. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. Ooh, man, he had two wolf solar. Yeah, actually, one of his other outs was the mirror force, and he just didn't see it. Yeah, I definitely started reading that there wasn't a battle trap there. Just after how many times I attacked with Vanity's Fiend. So, yeah, GG's to Tim. Unfortunate that Lightsworn bricked. Honestly, rounds 1 and 2 showed Lightsworn bricking. So I don't know. Every single time I go to an LDS or an RRC, I feel like Lightsworn out here be doing the most. And so I don't know. I hope I see that the next LDS or RRC. I hope I play a Lightsworn that has a hand like that. Sheesh. Um, yep. So I move on. I believe I move on 2-0 here. And yeah, move on to round 3. But again, good games, Tim. Hope we get to have Tim out here for more TCSs to come. And yeah, I believe that's it. All right, everyone. See you in the next video. Peace.